As you know, people are told when they write, especially beginning aspiring writers, to have an audience in mind. When people pretend to believe things that they don't really believe to cover for military loyalties, it creates a complex audience, difficult to assess. People might realize that when I write my blog and when I give my talks, that the audience that I'm addressing is simply one that finds the idea somehow bearable, that it might be possible for me to reach through them, their barricade, and address somebody who understands what really happened and knows what it is that I am saying. So it's a difficult audience to apprehend. Um, when you look at the situation regarding the claim that the true uh, script writers merely found them, the so called intercept, you're looking at a situation surrounding John Schulman, who was arrested, and Robert Fripp of King Crimson, who used to say that an ice age was coming and based his flim flam on the idea that virginity proves rape. And he wants you to believe the opposite of what is true, that the people who you're loyal to in the matter found the letters when they really wrote them. And you're hiding the idea that you're loyal to them because they wrote them. Now, this gives rise to the myth of the intercept. Everybody knows the intercept is a lie. All the police psychiatrists know it's a lie. All the pro Reagan forces know it's a lie. All the people supporting the Beatles know it's a lie. It's a front put up by the people who actually authored the letters. A scheme worked out by Brian Eno and Vladimir Putin to work together. Musicians always cross the borders. And in the name of orthodoxy, fun religious orthodoxy, fundamentalism, which is what Robert Fripp is. He's just playing the devil's advocate. That's why he calls things like encourage or precipitation. It's from the idea of God and the permission to do evil. You have permission to do evil, but lots of luck. So Lenin set the steamroller going, the Lemmings movement, and then stepped out, got out of the way for the crush. So suppose that there's somebody who's genuinely taken it. I mean, John Lennon's the storyline that they developed from Pentagon Disney that John Lennon really died was meant to rubber stamp your being taken in. Either you're taken in or you disbelieve that. So even though you know the irregularities, it's primarily the irregularities, the weight of the irregularities, the fact that the people whose names are on the script, who wrote the script in their own handwriting, are working together with the Beatles and Yoko Ono and the so called Intercept group is a huge irregularity. So you can't really get around looking at that question mark. Did John Lennon really die, since the people they say killed him are the ones they're working with? Would they do that? Probably not. So he probably is what he claimed he was, which was stepping out in a double fantasy from Pentagon Disney. Now, suppose there's somebody who doesn't quite ready to believe that, who isn't quite ready to teeter totter at the overwhelming weight of the irregularities in question. They were presented with the mouth poison and the COVID document, the tulip with COVID on it, from before COVID happened. And they're calling, what kind of intercept is that? An ESP intercept? So this time, the people so-called momentum builders are slapping you in the face, throwing it in your face. This is what we mean by an intercept, which is you had it coming. That's what Ringo Starr communicated to me when he worked with Zell on Mount Desert Island. He was shown proof to have had prior knowledge of AIDS. You had it coming. So they weigh in with the weight of their irregularities to say that Ringo worked with Zell, shown to have been involved with AIDS, because he hated me because of Lennon. And this is the audience I'm supposed to get around somehow. The ones who went along with that idea, despite the weight of the irregularities, even to premeditations of COVID. They kick out our grannies and say, no, no, that's okay. It's not true.